Hi friend, come on in. This is a small, savory tart that can turn simple vegetables into a flexible meal that works just as well for breakfast as it does for dinner. This vegetable-forward tart is lightly bound with egg and baked in a shallow crust so it cooks quickly and slices cleanly. I want to begin with the crust. Honestly, any crust will work here. If you have extra pastry in the freezer, use it. I will also link to several different crust methods. Today, I am making a quick press-in crust that comes together in minutes. In a small saucepan, combine 7 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of water, and 1 tablespoon of oil. I am using olive oil for flavor, but a neutral oil works just as well. Bring this to a gentle boil, then stir in half a cup of flour. Once that is absorbed, remove the pan from the heat and gradually stir in the remaining half cup of flour until a soft dough forms. If it feels too loose, add another tablespoon or 2 of flour. Don't overmix this as that will cause it to get tough. While the dough is still warm, press it directly into your pie plate. I like to press the sides first, using about 2/3 of the dough, then finish with the bottom. Dock it with a fork and bake at 375 Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius for about 10 to 12 minutes. I am looking for a crust that is set but still pale. This crust does not shrink much, so pie weights are not necessary. While the crust par bakes, begin the vegetables. I am using leeks and potatoes, but this is where the flexibility begins. Asparagus, sautéed mushrooms, or other tender spring vegetables would work beautifully. The key is to cook the vegetables before they go into the tart. This prevents excess moisture from watering down the filling and ensures the eggs cook gently instead of becoming rubbery while waiting for raw vegetables to soften. Clean the leeks well. Slice them lengthwise and dice. Use as much of the green portion as is tender. Trim away any dry or woody tops and save them for stock if you like. If the leeks are particularly sandy, place them in a bowl of water or rinse them in a strainer to get the sand out. Slice or dice 1 potato and rinse it. In a skillet, melt 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter over medium heat and add the leeks and potatoes. I am not looking for browning. I want the vegetables to soften, release moisture, and deepen flavor in the butter. Season with salt to help draw out that moisture. If liquid begins pooling in the pan, increase the heat slightly so it can evaporate rather than steam the vegetables. When the crust comes out of the oven, reduce the temperature to 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius. The crust benefits from higher heat to set, but eggs cook best at a lower temperature. Gentle heat keeps the filling creamy instead of rubbery. Test the potatoes with a knife. They should be just shy of tender, similar to al dente. Add garlic, salt, pepper, and herbs. I use a small pinch of thyme and a touch of dill. Both pair beautifully with potatoes, but they can overpower quickly. A little goes a long way. Taste and adjust the seasoning now. If there is excess liquid in the pan, drain it before proceeding. Whisk 2 eggs until smooth and add 3/4 to 1 cup of half and half or whole milk. A higher fat dairy prevents a watery filling. Season the egg mixture with salt and pepper, then mix in the vegetables. Pour the filling into the prepared crust and bake for 25 to 30 minutes. The tart is done when the edges are set and the center has the slightest wobble. That gentle jiggle will finish setting as it rests. Let it cool for 10 to 15 minutes before slicing so it can firm up without overcooking. What you end up with is a tender, creamy tart where the vegetables take the lead and the egg acts as a binder rather than the main character. Because it is shallow and balanced, it feels light enough for breakfast, but substantially enough for dinner. The formula is simple. Use about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of dairy per egg and roughly 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of cooked vegetables per egg. Adjust to fit your pan size and let seasonal vegetables guide the filling. This is how a small, savory tart turns everyday vegetables into a meal that works any time of day.